Call this meeting to order, the Blackhawk County Board of Supervisors for May 17th, 2022. Roll call, please.
Leyland,
Here.
Little,
Here.
Schwartz,
Here.
Trelka,
Here.
White.
Here, have a moment of silence to reflect on our actions of the day. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Have the agenda received as proposed or as amended?
Second.
Moved and second. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, aye.
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 Opposed, motion carried. Public comments, anyone? I don't see anyone from the public, and I don't see any on the screen, so. Moving on to claims and payments, Mr. Perry.
This week's expenditures total $457,237.88, of which secondary roads makes up $71,894, Sheriff's Department $175,521, IT Department $65,489, and finally Maintenance Department $33,198. Everything looked normal.
Motion to approve?
Second.
Moved and second. Any discussion? Any questions? Hearing none, this is a resolution. Please answer as your name is called.
Leyland,
Yes.
Little,
Yes.
Schwartz,
Yes.
Trelka,
Yes.
White.
Yes, resolution adopted. Next is receive project updates from department heads and elected officials. Good morning, Kathy.
Good morning, Board. Kathy
Morning.
Nicholas, County Engineer. I want to give you a brief update on the IIJA Act. As you know, that was the federal reauthorization that gives us money for roads that was passed by and signed by the President last fall. The cities and counties have been working with the Iowa DOT to renegotiate some of the funding streams that come to the cities and counties. That's been going on for the last 3 or 4 months. And those negotiations are complete. The proposal has to be approved by the Iowa Transportation Commission, and that should be done at the June meeting, so next month. This will result in slightly more money for us, for the counties coming to us for our formula bridge funding. It should result in more money at the MPO and the RTA level, so it should benefit all of us locally. And I'll keep you updated, so we should know more what our exact dollar figures for the bridge money in particular should be by the end of June. Can I answer any questions? Thank you.
Thank you, Kathy. Morning, Amanda.
Morning, Amanda Fesmeyer, Human Resources Director. About a month ago, our auditor Grant had emailed you all about a county employee picnic idea. Just wanted to let you know a small group of us across the various departments did meet, and we've set a date for September 18th. It's a Sunday. Our next meeting for the planning and all that is going to be June 6th. It's a Monday at 2 p.m. And just want to invite any of you that like to attend and just check in. Just want to kind of keep you aware of it. So a lot of great ideas are coming along, and we're really looking forward to this event, and just wanted to keep you all up to date on it.
Thank you, Amanda. Anyone else? Nafisa? Good morning. James, go ahead.
Yep, just wanted to provide an update. Last week we had approved an ARPA committee, and we had met on Wednesday, May 11th. And a few things came out of that meeting. The first one, we unanimously agreed that we should be bringing in a consulting service to some degree. And so we are going to be reaching out to them, and we're going to be bringing a full recommendation to the board next week. So we wanted to do that. We are currently working on an application and a process, but we did decide that we didn't want to recreate any wheels, so we do want to discuss that with the consultant as well. If they have their own application or their own process, we wanted to take that into account. And then finally, we are going to be reaching out to department heads just to get their that information preliminary, or to get that ready. So when the application does roll out, then they're going to be ready to go and just kind of hit the ground running. So it should be a pretty quick process, but right now we're just kind of in the middle of looking at potential consultants and then getting a good recommendation to the board. So
Are we going to be receiving any of that information? Like
Yeah.
on who you're
Yep.
looking at and?
Yep, we can send that out to the board as well.
So you're actually going to send RFPs out?
I'll let Mike talk on that. It's going to be an up to figure, so.
Yeah, what we've done, because this falls into a category of federal procurement where formal bidding or formal RFPs are not required, what we're doing is we're obtaining proposals from at least two, possibly more, qualified firms as to what they do. The reason that and we're asking them for a not to exceed amount on that. The reason that there aren't a greater number of firms we're looking at is that so far we have only heard of two firms that have actually specialized in ARPA compliance. And so we've been in discussion with both of those firms. We've received a proposal from one. We are still waiting for a proposal from the other.
And when do we expect to get those, so that I guess we'd have time to look at them if you're thinking you make a recommendation? Or maybe you're just thinking about presenting it next week?
That was the idea, was we were
Not to
going to
vote on
present it next week, and then the board would have an opportunity to review those after that. We were going to try to review them as a committee first. And we're still waiting, like I said, we're still waiting on one, but we've been in touch with both. We've had multiple conversations. Initially, I talked with both of these individuals, and then James, Billy, and I spoke with them as well.
Thank you, Mike.
Will the cost of the, whoever we end up getting, will that be coming out of ARP monies?
Yes, it will.
Yes.
And once we hire one, is there a need to continue with the committee, or is the committee?
That's kind of what we're going to be hammering out as a committee. And so when we look at that consultant, to what degree is that consultant going to be a part of it? Is it going to be really the entire process, the cradle to grave kind of scenario, or are we going to be doing a lot of the legwork, sending it to them for eligibility guidance, and then having them send it back? And so there's a lot of things that we kind of need to hammer out with the consultant and get those proposals to see what were the pros and cons. But we are anticipating a pretty hefty lifting from this consultant, especially from the expenditure category.
I'm assuming this person then is really ultimately responsible to us.
Yeah,
It's like
Yes.
our person. that-
Right.
I would assume that once we got to the point where we're gonna hire a firm or a person, whatever, that probably the board should be the ones that talks to them and set the parameters on what we want them to do.
And that's what I was going to mention. Ultimately, this decision is up to the board.
Yes, I meant, yes, but I just meant as far as how they work with the committee and us and that type of thing. I guess I'm curious too. So more information will obviously be helpful, but you're going to present that next week.
Right. Yep. And like Mike said, we're still waiting on a full proposal. So that's going to be something that once we receive, we'll send it off to you. We'll have a committee meeting. We'll send out minutes, and then we'll present to the board next week.
So in the meantime, while we wait for the consultant decision, I guess, to help us with this, what are we doing, I guess, for the art projects? We had, I know we said the 101 that probably need to be looked at again, and as well as, I know
That's-
maybe we weren't going ahead with some new ones yet. but-
Yep. So that's why I had said when we're going to reach out to the department heads to get this preliminary verbiage on paper, as if they're writing a documentation or a full write up to say, what expenditure category does it qualify under? Why does it qualify? That's really going to be a lot of the groundwork. So once we do have that consulting decision made, then we're just going to be able to, like I said, kind of hit the ground running. So we're doing a lot of preliminary work on the front end, and then once that rolls out, then we'll be able to move pretty quickly through those.
And we're assuming that some type of consultant would be hired. I mean, right now.
Right.
Instead of utilizing the committee. Okay.
Yeah, and the consultant may well, the committee and the consultant can work together, but that relationship's going to be up to the board ultimately.
Any other questions?
Probably, but catch them later.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Moving on to minutes approved for May 10th, 2022.
So moved.
Second?
Moving to second. All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carried. Consent agenda by resolution.
So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion on any of the items? Hearing none, this is a resolution. Please answer as your name is called.
Little,
Yes.
Schwartz,
Yes.
Trelka, Yes.
Yes.
Leyland, White.
Yes, resolution adopted. Next is contracts and agreements. This is a resolution at the statement of completion and final acceptance of work for project bridge replacement PPCB on Cedar Wapsie Road be approved and direct the chair to sign for same. Auditor, direct the auditor to make final payment in the amount of $30,000 with a total project cost of $4,129,219.38.
So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Further discussion? Kathy?
Good morning, Board.
Morning.
Morning.
Pleased to present to you some pictures and photos of the final stages of this really exciting project for us. Let me start with a video first. Oh, I'm sorry.
How long is that bridge?
The new bridge is about 690 feet.
It's a nice shot. It works. Nice.
Kathy, what's the life expectancy of a bridge
So
like that?
we're expecting the new bridge to last approximately 75 to 90 years,
Wow.
just based on what the data tells us and what researchers are saying. This is as we're moving towards the east side of the bridge. You'll see briefly the parking lot, the east side parking lot over there in the foreground. You can see some of the riprap we've placed along the abutment, this east abutment of the bridge. This is the also some riprap placed to protect the bank.
Looks nice.
Yeah.
Really nice. Who shot our video?
My son and I put it together Sunday.
Wow, congratulations. Yeah,
It's overcast on Sunday. So here we're going to be looking at the east side parking lot here momentarily. You can see that we'll talk a little bit about this. This is a large improvement over what was there previously. Mike wants to say a few words about the parking conditions. And this is finally looking at the west parking lot. That is a large improvement over what was there existing. Just a minute. I'll have you come up in a minute, Mike. And you can see the recreational trail off to in the right side of the page there. Okay. Yeah, I wanted to stop the video.
Stop sharing.
Okay, so just to recap, give you a few facts of the old structure. The former structure was narrow. It was only 26 feet wide, 24 feet wide in practicality, and then an extra 1 or 2 feet for the curb. It was narrow by today's agricultural standards. It was 650 foot long. Obviously it was a long structure. It was deteriorating. The substructure, one of the piers had some cracking in the concrete. And then the deck, the underside of the deck, that is really where most of the problem was at the time of the reconstruction, was the poor superstructure. As you know, we worked with you, we worked with the community and decided that the best course of action was to replace the new structure and maintain, keeping the former bridge open while we did the work. So the new bridge was built 50 feet on the other side of the former bridge. Just a few pictures of the former conditions. You can see the parking area. This was on the picture in the lower right side with the tree in it. That was the parking lot on the east side of the road. It did have that tree in the middle of it. Unfortunately, that died during construction, so it was later removed. The former roadway was 11 foot wide. It just had 2 to 3 foot shoulders. On really busy summer days when people were in the corridor, in the area on the river, rafting and tubing. There were cars lined up and down the roadway, and it was very narrow and a dangerous situation. So we really wanted to, along with increasing the capacity, building a better bridge, we really wanted to enhance the recreational opportunities in this corridor. Just to recap, the project was awarded to PCI at a really good price back in 2019 for just over $4 million. That's an outstanding price considering the prices we've been seeing today. 254 days were provided by the contract. Liquidated damages were set at $2,000 a day. So work began in 2019. Work was finished about a year and a half later. PCI did complete the work in 314 working days. So we did have to assess them some liquidated damages. In looking for guidance from the Iowa DOT and the Federal Highway Administration and case law, we cannot, liquidated damages cannot be punitive. We can only recoup agency costs from liquidated damages point of view. We assessed our costs at about $820, $830 a day. We came up with liquidated damages of approximately $49,000. We did assess those to PCI. And then you can see what the final contract costs were. They were just 1.5% above the contract costs. Most of this was due to our H-pile that had to be extended during construction, higher steel prices, and then our turf reinforcing mat, which we placed along the sides of the shoulder. We switched vendors and incurred a little bit of a cost difference by going to that different reinforcing mat. So in conclusion, the new roadway is wider. We now have a 14-foot roadway out there with about 6-foot wide gravel shoulder, and then the slopes are much gentler than the previous roadway corridor. The bridge is longer. We did have to raise the bridge to be in compliance with our Corps of Engineers permit. Like I said, we do believe this is going to last 75 to 90 years. That doesn't mean no maintenance will have to be done to the bridge in that time frame. I would anticipate at some point, maybe in hopefully 40 years, it's probably going to need a new deck on it, but that shouldn't affect, the overall structural integrity of the bridge. So in the end, I feel like we've gotten definitely a much more improved bridge, a much better bridge, an excellent bridge. We have also increased the recreational opportunities in the corridor, and Mike's going to talk about that very briefly. And I did want to mention that we did monitor and take care of turtles and not harm any endangered species here in this corridor during our construction. Do you want to come up and speak, Mike?
Good morning, Board. Mike Hendrickson, Director of County Conservation. Yeah, I would just like to add, job well done with the engineer's office. You're probably familiar with it, but actually 3 corners of that bridge, there was county conservation, some property there that we manage. The boat ramp on the northwest corner, we had a vehicle access on the southwest corner of the bridge, and then we had the parking lot on the east side or the southeast quadrant of that bridge. The 2 parking lots are just, the enhancement is amazing. We did our best to take care of those parking lots, but both of them were actually smaller than we needed with the increased recreation on the river with kayaking and floating and all those kinds of things that we're seeing now. Neither parking lot could handle it. They're doing a great job now. We've gone through a busy summer, and we don't have cars up on the shoulders like Kathy had mentioned. The southwest quadrant, we did eliminate a vehicle access. Quite honestly, it was sort of a nuisance for us. It was a great place to mud drag and things like that. That was eliminated with the way that the road and bridge was designed. We mitigated that. There's still access for the public with a walkway under that bridge. And it's a very nice walkway, and it's utilized. I go home, obviously, to and from work every day. And there are always vehicles parked there. People are walking under that bridge to fish on that side. There's a small public hunting area on that side, and they have easy access to that. Totally safe. They don't have to walk up and over the highway. So anyway, in a nutshell, recreation benefited from this in a big way. Those parking lots are excellent, and again, just job well done by Kathy and her crew. Thank you.
Thank you, Mike.
Thank you.
Mike.
So I do recommend that you accept this bridge and retainage be released so that we can pay Peterson the remaining $30,000 of the contract. Can I answer any questions?
Thank you, Kathy.
Thank you.
Great job.
Do I have a motion on this?
Yes.
Okay. This resolution, please answer as your name is called.
Schwartz,
Yes.
Trelka,
Yes.
Leyland,
Yes.
Little,
Yes.
White.
Yes, resolution adopted. Next is other business. This is a resolution to approve the amendment of the list of financial institutions to repositories for Blackhawk County funds effective May 23rd, 2022, in the conformance with the applicable provisions of 12B and 12C of the Code of
So
Iowa.
moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Moved and seconded. Discussion? Questions? Hearing none, this is a resolution. Please answer as your name is called.
Trelka,
Yes.
Leyland,
Yes.
Little,
Yes.
Schwartz,
Yes.
White.
Yes, resolution adopted. B, resolution to designate the submitted named financial institution as 2022 depositories of Blackhawk County funds in conformance with all applicable provisions of 12B and 12C of the Code of
So
Iowa.
moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion on this item? Hearing none, this is a resolution. Please answer as your name is called.
Leyland,
Yes.
Little,
Yes.
Schwartz,
Yes.
Trelka,
Yes.
White.
Yes, resolution adopted. Next is another resolution that the request for purchase of capital equipment submitted by Catherine Nicholas, county engineer, be approved and direct the chair to sign for same to purchase a 2012 Western Star semi-tractor in the amount of $113,000 from Don's Truck Sales in Fairbank, Iowa.
So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion?
Yeah, I told you in an email that this is our final purchase from our FY22 capital equipment purchases of over $1 million. We did budget $100,000. We've been looking for a used semi-truck to meet our specifications or our needs since July 1st of last year. They are difficult to come by. Don's Truck up in Fairbank did find this one for us several weeks ago. We went and looked at it and believe that it is a good, viable, should be an excellent truck. It does need to have a heavier duty front axle as well as another drop axle added. We did account for that. We thought that that may be the case. So the total cost would be $113,000. We have, as I told you in my email, we have over $80,000 of unspent FY22 capital funds that would cover this overage, and we also believe we can get $30,000 to $40,000 selling the used, the old tractor, truck, and trailer. So we believe we have enough money to pay for the overage of this, the cost of this vehicle. Can I answer any questions? Thank you.
Thank you, Kathy. This hearing no questions, this resolution, please answer as your name is called.
Little,
Yes.
Schwartz,
Yes.
Trelka,
Yes.
Leyland,
Yes.
White.
Yes, resolution adopted. Next, the resolution to approve the medical plan benefit update is recommended by Prospective Consulting Partners, LLC. Good morning.
Good morning, Board. Happy to be here this morning. Stacy Wonderscheid with Perspective Consulting Partners. It's been a couple of years with COVID, so back in person and happy to be here. Just maybe before I get started on that, I just wanted to share that the overall medical plan renewal was a good renewal this year with 2.5% increase. When you consider medical trend at 8%, that's really, that was the best renewal that we delivered to any of our clients. So with this resolution to approve the medical plan benefit update, as part of the renewal process, we took a look at all of the medical benefits to update and kind of refresh, if you will, modernize some of these benefit lines within the program. You've seen the listing of the benefits. These are really small tweaks, if you will. No real effective cost increase for adding these. This is just really kind of modernizing, bringing up to standard what care is today. Recommending these changes be made. Any questions?
So there really isn't any substantial increase on the next 6 items that we have on the agenda.
No.
Any other questions?
Nope.
Chris, any questions?
No questions.
Thank you.
You got a motion?
I do need a motion.
Yeah.
So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded. This resolution, please answer as your name is called.
Schwartz,
Yes.
Trelka,
Yes.
Leyland,
Yes.
Little,
Yes.
White.
Yes, resolution adopted. Next, the resolution to approve the addendum to the administrative service agreement between Blackhawk County and Preferred One for the 3-year administrative fee of $28 per employee per month for the county's health insurance plan effective July 1st, 2022 through June 30th, 2025, and direct the chair to sign for same as recommended by Perspective Consulting.
So moved.
Second.
This is that extension then?
Yeah, this is.
3-year extension
Yes, yes. And the next time we would go out to the market.
out to the market and bid? Okay.
Yep.
We did that 3 years ago, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Any other questions? This resolution, please answer as your name is called.
Trelka,
Yes.
Leyland,
Yes.
Little,
Yes.
Schwartz,
Yes.
White.
Yes, resolution adopted. Next, the resolution to approve the addendum to the pharmacy management services between Blackhawk County and Navitas Health Solutions that extends the current administrative fee of $2.75
So
per
moved.
member per month.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any questions on this? This resolution, please answer as your name is called.
Leyland,
Yes.
Little,
Yes.
Schwartz,
Yes.
Trelka,
Yes.
White.
Yes, resolution adopted. Next, a resolution to approve the reinsurance agreement with Preferred Insurance Company effective July 1st, 2022 through June 30th, 2023, and direct the chair to sign for same as recommended by Perspective Consulting Partners.
So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any questions? Hearing none, this resolution, please answer as your name is called.
Little,
Yes.
Schwartz,
Yes.
Trelka,
Yes.
Leyland,
Yes.
White.
Yes, resolution adopted. Next, the resolution to approve the renewal letter from Madison National Insurance Services for the county's group life insurance, voluntary life insurance, AD&D insurance rates, no charge increase effective July 1st, 2022 through June 30th, 2025 for long-term disability insurance rates.
So moved.
Second?
Moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, this resolution, please answer as your name is called.
Schwartz,
Yes.
Trelka,
Yes.
Leyland,
Yes.
Little,
Yes.
White.
Yes, resolution adopted. This resolution to approve the pricing amendment from the Employee Benefit Corporation, Madison, Wisconsin for flex spending account and consolidated omnibus budget reconciliation act of 1985 Cobra Administration Services for Blackhawk County effective July 1st, 2022.
So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion on this item? Hearing on this resolution, please answer as your name is called.
Trelka,
Yes.
Leyland,
Yes.
Little,
Yes.
Schwartz,
Yes.
White.
Yes, resolution adopted. Next is a motion that the personnel requisition for an office specialist full-time placement with a start date no sooner than May 25th in the county treasurer's office be approved
So
as
moved.
recommended by Rita Schmidt.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any questions on this one? All in favor, aye.
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 Opposed, motion carried. Next, the resolution of the Blackhawk County Board of Supervisors authorize conservation staff to pursue Destination Iowa grant in partnership with Lynn County Conservation Board for the purpose of seeking funds to help offset the costs associated with the completion of all construction elements to complete the entire Cedar Valley Nature Trail, Chipstone section of Blackhawk, Buchanan, and Benton County. Blackhawk County portion of the project is identified in the preliminary plans as Division 1 at a cost of $2.4 million. Destination Iowa grant to fund up to 40% of the costs associated with all overall project and resolve to fund 60% required to match the Blackhawk County portion of the estimated $2.4 million with the American Rescue Plan funds. Blackhawk County Conservation Board has approved this grant submittal and has recommended that the Board of Supervisors approve and the same and resolve to fund the required match with American Rescue Plan funds. Michael?
Okay, again, we've mentioned this a couple of different times. Destination Iowa appeared out of nowhere, it seemed like, and it certainly looked like something that we should be applying for. And so we did a lot of work, a lot of research, a lot of phone calls, and a lot of emails working with Intercog. Found the best way, or what we felt like was the highest percentage for us to be successful with this grant, and that was to partner with Lynn County Conservation. Lynn County's in the same situation. Obviously, this is a section of the trail that this trail is over 40 years old now, and this is a section that has never been paved. 9.44 miles of it is in Blackhawk County. About 6.5 miles is in Lynn County. And we're all in the same boat. It's the Chipstone Trail that's left. So there's a grand total of about 16 miles of it right in there somewhere. So between Lynn County and Blackhawk County Conservation, we did decide this was something that we felt like we should pursue together. Intercog has written the grant. We would like to submit that grant. We do need to secure 60% funding. The first picture, the picture that we have up here, that's the entire length of the trail. That's including, that's Blackhawk's part and Lynn County's part, and you can see the county line right there. So you'll see where Blackhawk's ends and where Lynn County's begins. I'm not sure, how do I move this forward, Al? Sorry.
You can just minimize that one.
Okay. And this is our section of the trail. It's just a little tighter version of it. This is from the Destination Iowa grant itself. And again, it just kind of lays out the length and where it's located. Ours runs just south of Brandon, just a little bit. This does include, this 9.44 miles is mainly asphalt surfacing or hard surfacing. There is a bridge involved. The bridge has been engineered, or it's been at least discussed that it needs to be replaced. So this cost estimate, and it is an estimate, obviously we haven't gone out for bids, so we never know where this is going to be, but the bridge is included in this cost estimate. So with the 9.44 miles of hard surfacing, the replacement of the bridge, there's some culvert work that needs to be done, and there's some erosion control work that needs to be done along that way. But the estimated cost from origin is just under $4 million. And so that's why we're looking at $2.4 million. That would be 60% of that. The successful grant would bring in about $1.5 million to help with that project. If you add Lynn County's part to the project, the total project is about $8.9 million. So they have they're securing their 60% on their end. And we would like to submit this, if it's approved, we'll be submitting this fairly quickly. As we all know, Destination Iowa grant, they're accepting grants until December, but when the money runs out, the money runs out. And they started accepting applications on May the 9th, so they've been taking them for about a week. So we're in good shape that way, but the sooner the better if approved. What kind of questions can I answer?
Do you know when Lynn County's anticipating approving theirs?
Theirs is ready.
It's ready, so they're just waiting on us now.
Yep, they're waiting on
Make a
us.
motion to approve a resolution.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any further discussion? Thanks for all your work on this, Mike, and the employees.
And we will have a resolution for you to sign, Craig, and then grant too.
Okay. This resolution, please answer as your name is called.
Leyland,
Yes.
Little,
Yes.
Schwartz,
Yes.
Trelka,
Yes.
White.
Yes, resolution adopted.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Mike. Any reports or information from the board?
The police office, or the peace officer memorial service is today at 10 o'clock, and all from the public are welcome. It's at the Veterans Memorial Hall. Hopefully it's going to be outside. I think the rain's going to hold off. So everybody is invited.
Thank you.
I guess
Linda?
condolences to Sharon Juan and her family. I
Yeah.
was going to say that family.
Yeah,
she's
there was
been-
another one, significant in this county that he was on a lot of boards and stuff. It was the same day. I forgot to write it
I
down.
was gonna say, they had Jeff Grimes, a big.
Jeff Grimes, that's it,
Jeff
thank you,
Grimes
yep.
here, I think during COVID,
Yeah.
and so they had delayed his.
Oh, I didn't even notice the date of I just saw it
Yeah.
at the same time.
They did have
Yeah,
that
they
in
do.
there.
So-
I just had a question for the board, and maybe you've addressed this. I thought we did have one P and Z applicant, someone that had applied for P and Z, and I didn't
Oh.
know if we'd interviewed them or not, or we needed to
No,
get that
no, we
done.
haven't done it.
Probably should get that going because I think they're short, aren't they,
Yeah.
one person yet?
Yes,
Yep.
so,
I thought we'd wait for some more applications, but it doesn't seem like we're getting it. It's kind of like jobs openings.
no.
Anything else to come before us? I will entertain a motion for adjournment then.
So moved.
Second?
Moved and seconded. All in favor, aye.
Aye.
We are adjourned. Thank you.